So hackers are targeting commercial logistics fleet vehicles for multiple different reasons, and it really depends on who the attacker is as to what their motive is. So the first one that we'll talk about, one malicious actor, is organized crime. And one of the reasons that they're targeting commercial fleet vehicles is ransomware. Right? Like very typical ransomware attack. So if they can actually stop you from being able to use your vehicles until you pay them, that's a massive financial gain for them. So ransomware is one of the big ones. The next one is data theft. So in the past, before trucks became very, high technology type devices, how they would figure out what truck to interdict is they would have to pay people off inside of ports. They'd have to have people outside with binoculars. They'd have to watch and see what cargo container is being loaded on which truck, and then they'd have to follow it for hundreds and hundreds of miles down the highway until there was a point where the driver left the vehicle. They could go in and they could steal whatever they wanted to steal. Now, with all this massive amounts of technology in the vehicle, when they gain access, they can get load manifests, they can get routing, they can get navigation, they can get GPS location. So now they don't have to do all that. They know which truck they want to target, they know where it's going, and they know about what time it's going to be there. So then they can just go interdict it. I mean, it's just simplifying operations for them and returning like a higher ROI for their crime. So that's organized crime. The next group we'll talk about is nation state actors, right? And this is where it gets a little bit scarier, like that advanced persistent threat. And there's really two main reasons that they are targeting commercial logistics vehicles. The first one is espionage. Right? So if they can gain access to these vehicles, they can learn a lot about our supply chain. They can know how we're moving goods. They can create all kinds of intelligence around our supply chain. And that helps them, better steal that technology or use that for their gain. And then, of course, the really, really scary one is disruption of our supply chain. If they can stop trucks from rolling, that stops food from appearing in grocery stores. Like they can stop Americans from eating. And that means we're not fighting a war in a foreign land. We're not stopping them from doing whatever it is, nefarious things they're doing in other places. So if they can disrupt our supply chain, then that severely hampers our ability to project freedom around the globe. And that's one of their big objectives as well. So those are the two big ones: organized crime, nation state actors, and that's why.